I do have a notification that 0:30 is going to be the first
we're going to get
round.
going in about 15 seconds here, guys.
But yeah.
ODF rocking the blue shorts, KnT rocking the green. So we're going to find out who's going to take this first round here, guys, in about 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And as I say that, it looks like there has been a delay. So.
Yeah, they've canceled. Apparently, Roy has done something wrong. Not me, the KnT player, Roy.
All right.
Do want to point that out. So a little bit of a debate there, but you know, we're just trying to keep you on your toes. It's good. We're just waiting to get, we're just waiting to hit 1,000 viewers, and then we'll start. That's it. Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. If you guys are sorry to cut you off, if you guys are new to the stream and you guys want to check out the previous GvGs that have happened, ! Schedule, ! Bracket. I'm sorry that I'm saying it like a broken record, but just want to keep everybody informed. We have a new round timer, 4:30, 20 seconds. Crab has joined us. A lot of viewers, actually.
Yeah, it's nice.
200 viewers here today, guys.
We don't even have a round start yet either, so 200. But yeah, 5 seconds till the first round. KnT versus ODF, second week. Let's go, boys.
There we go. Round's gonna start. Let's see if we're gonna see that blast stealth coming out from ODF. Here we go.
Nothing yet.
Oh, stealth out from KnT. Look at that. We're gonna try to clear some marks.
Fail as well from ODF, electing not to go for the stealth blast with the Druid. But neither Veil really going to do anything for either group. Looks like a Warrior from KnT. Yep, rushing in to get that bubble. He's going to get the bubble down. Not really going to catch him from ODF. ODF doing a good job of moving away. I'm getting pushed in.
Couple of
but a good bubble from ODF to push off the pressure from KnT, but one going to go down.
The healing skirt
one really low.
Up. Still low.
He's going to get res, but Spellbreaker going down. And a good follow-up bubble there from ODF, KnT rather, as they're pushing onto ODF. Looks like that Warrior's going to get finished.
Down.
He doesn't have...
Yep.
Yeah, he's not going to be able
He's not getting res, but he's not getting harassed yet either.
Great leap in by the Druid. Might actually get this res. He's going to get feared off, but a KnT member is going to go down for it. The Warrior actually vengeancing. There's a vengeance from ODF Spellbreaker, and one going down now.
KnT. Let's see if they can put pressure on it.
KnT. No one's dead yet. That Warrior from
range going down, but that's going to be the first down for the round. Yeah, and they caught another one too. 2 spare. Oh, there he goes.
Did he rally?
No,
Did the Warrior from ODF
he's down.
rally?
Yeah, the Warrior from ODF rallied. He's up.
Oh my God, he got the vengeance.
He's down again, but
he's going to get res. ODF with the advantage at the moment. A lot of pressure on the KnT. No bubbles yet. A bit of range pressure there from the Scourges from ODF. Coming out. A couple reflect bubbles. One Scourge from ODF. Actually, oh no, that was a clone. I was about to say,
Veil coming out from KnT, so mid-marker. We watch out for a Dome here from the early Warrior. He's going to leap onto the back. Let's see. Dome coming out. Nope, just a couple of break enchantments. Both groups. He's staying in there pretty long. That might be a big mistake, as he's going to lose it out.
Down. I don't know why he stayed in there that long. Didn't even pop
gotta
the
be
bubble if he had it up.
ODF looking to push.
Sure. Yeah, ODF now with the 13-15 advantage. If they have a bubble here, it'd be really powerful.
Down.
One really low though, Spellbreaker. That same Spellbreaker going down, but
they might be able to trade.
KnT player going down on top.
They got the tranny off.
Yeah, good transfusion there from ODF.
He's still low. He might go down again just to Connie's if he doesn't get it cleared. Yeah.
He's going to go down from
pretty much in the same spot. KnT's going to push on it, but all right, here comes Thornton's caught out though. Looks like some big miscommunication from ODF. KnT might be able to take 2 here now.
This might be it for KnT if they can get on these kills. Good transfusion there to pull those members in. One's going to get finished, though. Good bubble from ODF to try and get some room, but it's not going to be enough as that's 2 kills.
All the tanks are
down
for ODF.
Now. ODF, this is probably going to be the crack from ODF. KnT pushing on, finishing these kills. They don't have any reason to move back, and that is going to be the GG call. Well played by KnT there to stay alive, stay together, stay on top of it, and not crack under pressure from ODF, even with the first 2 kills going to ODF's way.
So we saw a couple of weird trades out. I don't know if that's them feeling each other out for the first round, but we saw the Warriors kind of diving deep, even when they didn't necessarily have their domes up. Were they trying to create something, create an opening for the rest of the squad? But what did you see there? Anything?
Wow, my favorite part was the Warrior popping vengeance and rallying as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the chances of that happening in a GvG are slim to none. I don't think I've ever seen that. That was pretty funny. Sadly, it wasn't enough as he did end up going down quite a few more times, maybe playing a bit more too aggressively there, as you said. That Warrior from KnT, though, no idea what was going on with him. If he had a bubble still available to himself, I think, we only saw 2 bubbles from KnT there, so I was expecting him to pop one, but he just stayed inside, maybe thinking his group was going to push, but they didn't, and cost him his life for it. really good transfusions from ODF, and they were able to get a couple reses. That Druid doing a nice amount of work on those reses and support as well from ODF, but it wasn't enough. There were a couple spots where they transfused, but they couldn't get the res even with that transfuse. And KnT proving that they're going to be able to apply pressure even with one less Scourge, against ODF. So I think ODF need to work a little bit on their pressure. They seem to be maybe going for single targets a bit more than overall pressure, as we didn't really see a lot of people from KnT going down at once. We saw that more from ODF. That might just be the lack of pressure inside bubbles, though, for ODF's part. So something as well for them to work on there.
It looked like there was some late round miscommunication from Thornton, because he was pushed out pretty far into the KnT stack, and a lot of his group had gone back because I think Dritz was down. The warrior they were going to res him, where Thornton had pressed up into the KnT stack. So maybe some miscommunication at the end of the round, but not quite sure. Why was the Encore not allowed to participate in this tournament? Because they didn't sign up, guys. They did not sign up.
Is that a guild?
Yeah, the Encore TE.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, I'm sure they would have been allowed if they had signed up. I don't think there was any guilds that were banned from it. But we're gonna have the timer for the second round coming out 4:00. That's 50 seconds from now. I think that might have been certainly one of the longer rounds we've seen in the tournament, but also one of the rounds that we've seen that sort of goes back a little bit towards that old early Heart of Thorns meta, where you're really only seeing one downstate at a time. And again, I don't know if that was just lack of overall pressure from ODF, or if they're trying to go for more single target damage, which would be interesting with 6 Scourges and no revs. But
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is just they seem a little bit scared, a little bit nervous to throw it out there. Just start throwing haymakers, or
haymakers.
Start with they gotta disguise the haymakers. Start with a low leg kick. Try to get somebody low, force a heal out, and try to snowball off of it. But
kickboxing legend Gregor Payne in the house, by the way. But 5 seconds till round 2 starts. KnT is up 1-0 over ODF, and here we go, round 2. Maybe we're going to see the Stealth Blast from ODF this time. Not anything yet, though. Symbols and Empowers coming out from both groups. KnT might be going for that early Veil again. There's the Veil from ODF, though. Good Veil.
Swing and bang around top of each other.
Answer. But there's the Bubble from KnT. Bubble answered by ODF, but one ODF member going to be going down. Transfuse is good. He is
too low.
Not sure he's going to be able to get res, though. A lot of low members from ODF now. KnT applying a lot of pressure inside that bubble, but ODF is going to be able to rally that member.
They're on top of each other.
ODF as well. That's going to be another bubble coming out from KnT.
Doubling back to their own
one
dome.
Downstate, 2 downstate now from ODF. That's a really strong push from KnT, as well as the third bubble.
That's all 3 domes from KnT.
That should be ODF in a terrible position. They're actually going to be able to get
3
one down,
for
but
ODF.
3 of them
now
are down.
Only 2.
A lot of very low members. ODF actually, surprisingly, able to get out of that with not a huge amount of losses, able to res a couple of their players.
They got to turn it around, though. They got to put some pressure out there. They're getting hurt.
They need to drop some shades. 4 of them now in downstate. 5 of them in downstate. They're just completely cracking, being pushed to the edge of the cliff. 6 downstate.
That's GG right there.
That's going to be GG from ODF. Round number 2 going from KnT, and a much stronger round from KnT as well.
They did switch drivers, just to note. Thornton swapped off, and Mal was commanding that one. You saw a little bit more of an aggressive push from them. Didn't work out as they hoped, though.
For the double, the switch it up driver. That's an old tactic, of course. Going back to the good old days, but yeah, it didn't. I don't know. The early bubble from KnT was really strong there, as well as the fact that they were able to bubble again, and bubble a third time. Within pretty quick succession of each other, and just continue to apply that pressure. They never really let up, even when one of their players went down. They stayed on top of ODF. They made sure to focus the downstates they had already gotten. They made sure to stay on those low targets. They made sure to just keep on applying that pressure and pushing forward, edging ODF out, not staying inside their bubbles as well. I think ODF had a pretty decent bubble there in the beginning, but they're just not getting enough pressure inside of it. They're not stopping KnT from just pushing.
Especially the issue arrives when one of your Guardians goes down, is one of the 3 major support that you're gonna have. If they're going down first, you're kind of forced to do a res. They do have that blood magic Scourge to try to pull them out, but it didn't look like they were able to pull them to safety right away. But hopefully they fix that. And now the KnT spam is happening in Twitch chat. Look at that.
Indeed. Well, when you win 171 major engagements in less than 24 hours in Season 2 on EB, it is something to talk about, I would say, especially with only 11 losses. But that being said, third round time going to be 0-0-30, 40 seconds coming out. I'd really love to see ODF come back here, get a round or 2 at least.
They got
They definitely have the potential too. I mean, that first round very close. Second round not as close, but there was still a little. You know, there's definitely an answer there from ODF. Got a couple down states. They weren't able to apply those kills. They were getting those transfusions out, just not enough rezzing power. Maybe did a decent job of surviving the first 2 bubbles, but the third bubble was really what cost them that. And you know, not getting enough of those counter bubbles out on their own is definitely something they need to work on. But 10 seconds, third round, 2-0, KnT leading.
Yeah, let's see what's up. Gonna find out in 5 seconds here, guys. If ODF can stem the bleeding that's happening right now. Oh, nope, never mind. We are going to have to, we have some interference, it looks like.
One guy from...
I hope KnT's not going.
Deadeye. I'm not really sure what they're doing.
They gotta reset. It's the Deadeye that's coming in and...
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go ahead and restart.
Yeah. Good call there to restart that round. Nice of KnT to honor that as well. Obviously, you're on Edge of the Mist. We're going to have some trolls. Got a couple people joining in. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens. Not a problem, though, as ODF was able to just get the kills. No worries.
And apparently, people have yet to learn to not interfere.
Yeah.
We're still
wow,
waiting.
That guy got one shot.
If they should be able to do that to KnT then. That use those 2 players as practice. Start.
I think maybe this guy is not.
I don't think he's properly geared. Of course, he doesn't have.
No, I don't think so.
But you know, warm up. All right, so we're waiting on here. The new round timer, guys. 3:30 is what it is. So about a minute's time.
Yeah, almost 300 viewers, though. What is up, boys? Hope you're having a good Saturday evening. Hello, welcome. So, you know, interesting choice not to be blasting the stealth from ODF side. Obviously, it can be a little difficult with only that one smoke field. Certainly possible, but maybe not the easiest thing to do. But again, I think the biggest issue for them is they just need to be very wary of those KnT bubbles. They need to be able to get their own bubbles out as well. And again, just a bubble is great, but if you're not going to have any follow up on it, it's a bit of a waste. So. Definitely something they need to think about, and you know, need to have more support in those reses. The transfusions have been pretty good from ODF side, but they're just not getting enough people on top of the transfusions to get those players up. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Third round.
Yeah, we'll leave the discussion till after, guys. Give you guys a couple of peace and quiet. BG have a war chest still. That's hype. Of course they do, but that doesn't matter. What matters here is the kills, and we're gonna find out who kills who, starting right now. Power's going out here from ODF. KnT stacking swiftness.
Powers from KnT on top of the Veil. ODF going to answer with their own Veil. One Warrior playing very aggressive from KnT. He's going to bubble, but not going to get anybody. Looks like ODF Warrior was trying to get that bubble.
Chopping in, dome. They got to get out of it.
Second bubble from KnT
Ooh,
coming
Dritz
out right on top of ODF. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure
Warriors.
going on him. And one down state, but he's going to get rallied. One really low Spellbreaker. He's going to go down state as well. Looks like they should be able to rally, but 2 down states now on top of him.
3's down for ODF.
This
They
could
get
be the
in the back.
snowball for KnT. Bubble from ODF going out on top of them. A lot of really lows.
3 still down.
They need to get these reses. They need to
gotta
apply
bomb
pressure on
themselves.
KnT.
They got to do something to get back in this.
There's the bubble from ODF. Might be able to catch some people, but again, another downstate from ODF. There's just too much damage from KnT coming out. One really low from KnT. They're going to have to pull back a little bit, but I think it might be still too much for ODF.
Yeah,
as
they're going to leap in on this now.
All very low. Their tail's getting taken out as well. Last bubble
from
coming out from
KnT.
KnT here. 3 in downstate,
4
4 in downstate now. ODF all down except for a couple players, but I don't think those couple players are going to be enough
they're
to
finishing
res those down. No,
they're out.
Not at all. And again, KnT
GG.
looking even better than they did last round. You know, not really stopping for anything.
Yeah, it's just they were able to dodge the first down pretty well. They were able to bait that one out, but the preceding 2 is just a little bit too much for them to handle.
Yeah, you know, I think honestly, what maybe would have been nice, and you know, obviously I'm not driving, I can't see, but it would have been great to see after that first bubble by KnT basically missed. You know, just turn around, push in. They had a Spellbreaker inside of KnT stack. Looked like he pulled out instead of trying to bubble. Not sure if he was just getting too pressured from KnT, in which case, good job to KnT. But a counter bubble there would have been perfect. They had a pretty good position to push into them, and I wouldn't think that KnT would be expecting it. Certainly not after the first 2 rounds going to KnT. And again, you know, I think the aggressive push from Mao that second round was a good idea. There just wasn't really anything going off of that push, you know. And if they can retain that aggression and again just apply the pressure that they need to be applying, which they haven't so far, I think they're going to be able to do something with that. But it is 3-0. That's match point. It is a best of 7 for KnT. They only need one more round to win. But hey, fingers crossed we're not going to see a shutout. ODF still has 4 rounds.
Reverse sweep dream, boys. Put it out there.
Indeed.
Gotta give ODF your hype. I don't know. Backs up against the wall. They gotta do something. Something's gotta change.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, as we mentioned before, very similar comps. The big differences would be the Druid versus the Tempest. What do you think is better for support, a Tempest or a Druid?
I mean, that Tempest is running staff, right? It didn't change to. I gotta check. If it ran the Dagger Warhorn, I would say it'd be pretty good if you're going to be running this ball type stuff and trying to melee push with it. It's not bad. Staff, I don't know. I don't really see a lot of controls coming out from it. Maybe it's.
He is still on staff. You do have the Geyser res though on that build, which can be pretty strong.
With MI though, do you really need an additional Geyser res? They're not running support Necros to my knowledge, but.
Yeah,
and they're not really having any down, so
a great deal of the support that you get from Tempest is going to be those auras as well. You do have a couple auras on staff. I think overall you keep the same amount, although I don't know the Warhorn skills off the top of my head, so that could be wrong. But yeah, I do feel like, especially for ball, you're going to be gaining more from running Dagger Warhorn. Either way, 5 seconds to the what could be the last round. Match point for KnT, 3-0 above ODF. Here we go, boys. Round number 4.
Sure, we clear the field here. All right. Here comes the Suicide Dome from KnT.
Yeah, his Whirlwind is down. Here comes the bubble.
He gets it out.
ODF not going to be able to stop it, but they're actually going to be able to get that down. He's going to be rallied immediately.
And they just got trapped in another dome.
2 ODF players, but that second bubble coming up from KnT. Excellent bubble. Good transfusion from ODF. They're not going to be able to get those first 2 players up, though. And looks like a second transfusion coming out might be able to get them up, but there's just so much damage from KnT, and they're staying on top of them. They do not want to give up. A couple pretty low from KnT, but it doesn't matter. They're getting ODF down. They're staying on top of them. The shades coming out from KnT is just too much for ODF to handle. They're going down all over the field. 3 down, 4 down, and it looks like this might be it for ODF.
Yeah.
2 down seats for KnT, but they're both going to rally. It doesn't matter. The damage is just too much. There's too much pressure for ODF, and they're cracking. Third bubble coming out for KnT. Absolutely unnecessary at that. 4th round, gonna go to KnT. 4-0 shutout for KnT moving ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and say that was really bad. That was terrible last round. They just got rocked. That was like a knockout.
Definitely looked like each round KnT played a lot better. Each round, they played the same game every time.
Yeah,
really, they didn't change their plan up. And I love what ODF did there to try and focus that first Spellbreaker out when he put that bubble on. If they had been able to get him before that first bubble, maybe it would have been good. But I don't know how he rallied so fast. I mean, maybe the Tempest isn't running the Signet Heal. I don't think any of the Firebrands are either. It must have just been maybe the Geyser and MI immediately got him up. I think I did see one that Firebrand poured in. But, it was just... They got that first down immediately. He got the res, and there was just no counter pressure from ODF. They're just waiting with those bubbles too long. Yeah. They're waiting to apply pressure from those Scourges, especially considering they're running an extra Scourge. Not getting the immobes from Druid out maybe isn't helping either. So that is going to be the 4-0 for KnT. That is going to be them moving ahead. We will be seeing them going up against either Red or Pyro. The winner will be determined tomorrow. But well played to both guilds. GG's all around.
Yeah. Let me get that all set up here, guys. DKLT first place. Now, let me pull up the brackets for you guys so you guys can get a picture of what we're looking at. So we just saw, what was it? Well, they already entered it in. ODF versus KnT. KnT took it in a pretty convincing 4-0. They're going to face the winner of Red versus Pyro. Roy said that's going to be happening tomorrow, correct? Do we know what time and where?
Yes, that's going to be 10 p.m. I will be streaming it.
All right, so that's twitch.tv/Roy with 2 underscores.
Not to be confused with twitch.tv/Roy, my alter ego Halo professional.
I was gonna say every time that's linked in the channel, it goes right to that. So maybe we get that fixed.
I'm Royborg, by the way. But yeah, no, they actually have something even more exciting. We actually have 3 GvGs for you guys tomorrow. I will be streaming Red versus Pyro at 10 p.m. EST. The other 2 GvGs, we've got Tag versus CL first up at 9:30 p.m. EST, followed by BMO versus Bomb at 10 p.m. EST. I believe that the plan was for Nollyvan to stream those two, obviously starting with Tag versus CL. I'm not sure if that's exactly what we're going with, but it'll either be probably him or Gregor. I expect we'll be streaming one of those, and then either Gregor or maybe Booch will be casting with me tomorrow for Red vs Pyro, and the other with Nollyvan. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Looking forward though. Besides those GvGs, I mean, now we've seen KnT play the second time, and probably I think maybe against a bit of a stronger opponent than they did the first time. What do you think? Do you think they have a chance against either Red or Pyro?
Who, KnT?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do. Of course they do. Everybody has a chance against everybody. I would say they have more so of a chance against Pyro. I think Red coming in at the 2 seed is kind of a heavy favorite now that we've had Ban drop out, unfortunately. But it'll be a tough match. It'll be a lot tougher than this one for sure.
Yeah. Do you agree?
Sorry.
No.
I'm going to ban a guy because this is PMA only. So
I agree.
Sorry, Cortana, but I gave you 2 negative things to say, and you've ran out. But yeah, we
Guys,
got
all about the PMA here.
We BMO versus Bomb. Did you say when that's coming up? I'm actually interested in watching that pretty heavily.
That's tomorrow. That's 10 p.m. EST. So that's the same time that the Red vs Pyro GvG is going on. Like, you know, we'll have 2 streams up. I'm excited to see Tag versus CL. I do have to say I think it's going to be a very one-sided GvG again. I think Tag's just going to run away with that one. I mean, CL did beat Torque, but I don't know if that's saying a lot. Obviously, we all love Zog Daddy, but Torque not the most experienced GvG guild. But that being said, you know, I don't know exactly how CL is going to be running. We're going to have to see. But I do believe that Tag is certainly one of the stronger contenders in this tournament, and we're going to be able to. I think we'll see them moving ahead. Certainly having a bit of a, I'd say, easier path through the top brackets than maybe, say, the other sort of top guilds that you'd be looking at who seem to have gotten in the lower brackets. Red and Pyro having to match up against each other in the first round for Red, second round for Pyro, and Ban, who we haven't gotten to see yet. Fortunately, having roster issues, we might not get to see them, as someone pointed out in chat. Hopefully, they'll be able to stay together, you know, and we'll be able to see them GvG this tomorrow against BMO. But
I don't want to jump the gun here a bit, but what do you think about a Rise versus Tag matchup that assuming Rise beats Kosa, which we never know, but and assuming Tag beats CL, what do you think about that matchup? Anything interesting there?
I think Rise versus Tag, Pyro versus Red, and then either GBT versus Ban or KPK are going to be some of the most exciting matches we're going to see before these semifinals. Rise vs Tag, I really am looking forward to seeing. I've been talking about Rise a few times the past few GVGs. They've been notoriously, in my opinion, not the strongest guild, you know, maybe a year ago, but they started improving a lot. Jarvan, I think, has had a really good mentality the last couple months, pushing his guild very hard. I'm very excited to see them play. And also Tag has, in my opinion, shown a lot of progress. They've been scrimming TTD a lot. You know, they've had a couple pretty strong players as well join them. I think from the PvP regions. So, you know, very good indicator there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that GvG. I do say I think Tag is gonna go, or they're gonna remain or emerge victorious, I should say, over Rise there. But it'll be a good GvG to watch. But as far as GvG is tomorrow go, I'm gonna